16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, 1 point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me.
Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready, 8, read. 57. Check. Protein spill. Check. Lucky. On the fullback.
Off play action, Greer. Eluding the pressure right. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go, D.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Down. 60 outlaw. Get that quarterback. And I'm on top. Bravo.
Now a first down throw, Greer. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
80 weapons. Hey, orbit.
Here's Greer now on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A play fake. Now Greer to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead, he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Shift. Check.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. I'm coming
On 1st and 10, Greer. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mike 57. I'm going to run you over.
From the 50, it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold goes underneath for Bell. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 31. Check 31.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on second down. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. Third and long, it's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Go.
I got it.
Mike, 53. Smooth. Mike. Hit it.
Throwing on second down. Greer. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Greer looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
He's cracking. He's
Hey, stand up.
Watch it.
Hey, Delta.
First down, Greer. He completes it to Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Greer now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
Play action. It's Greer. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On second down, this is Jackson. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, dude.
53.
Greer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Badgley's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second on a bundle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Darnold on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Yeah.
I got you. Mike's 57.
Greer on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Returnable for Grant. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Greer now, over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 53, check 53. Go.
On first down, it's Greer. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete in the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
That is 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's get off the field.
Yep.
Get off the field, D.
Five.
Back to the air. Greer on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, wahoo! 53, 55.
To the air again, Greer. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
30-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the slide.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You draw quarters.
Greer looks to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, check Mike 57.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now It's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go. Set. 15 lining. 15 line. You're out.
Check it back.
They run on first down with Jackson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Army. Check.
General Woods. Hey, Foxtrot. Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Greer. And caught by Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go. 30 base.
They can't hang with us. Pick the edge. Come. Kill. Check 9.
On first down, it's Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They come up in an offset eye.
Hey, lock it.
Let's go.
Now.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Out.
Leo.
Kill. Turn up.
Go.
A toss play. Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch the pass. Hit it.
Now Greer on 3rd and goal. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can. Darnold, he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. Recon, 132, 5.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go!
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Make these babies cry all the way back home.
Ready?
On 3rd down, this is Jackson, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. 28 yards the game there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. Bell sheds him off. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now it's Darnold, a screen to Bell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Darnold. And for the fourth time tonight, now the ball comes loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Greer will look to throw on second down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Los Angeles.
On the set.
53, Mike. Check.
Greystone travel.
Get your swerve on.
Get it.
On first down, Jackson. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hard. Hard.
Watch the slant. Let's go. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Strong right. You got nothing today.
Go. Go.
You got nothing.
Shoot.
Now a first down throw, Greer. He finds Hopkins complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 25-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the screen.
Here's Greer. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop.
Mike. Go, go, go.
Hit it.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Mike, 53. You go night-night. Time to go night-night.
5.
And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a stop so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind?
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub